So, Arlo, thank you for joining me at the University of Derby. Obviously, today is varsity, which is a massive event, loads of sports, loads of broadcasting opportunities. What would your advice be to the students working today and the opportunities that are available?
Yeah, make the most of it today because there's so much going on and there's so much scope to try out the different disciplines of football media. So you can be commentating, you can be reporting, you can be interviewing, you can be using social media. You know, it's what you make of it today. There's not going to be a day like this for a couple of years at home because we're away at Hertfordshire next year. So just make the absolute most of every opportunity, and that means doing your prep, going that extra yard. If you feel tired, if you want to knock off early, don't do it. Stay and do something else because this all goes on the show reel. It all goes towards getting a job in the industry in the future. So yeah, absolutely make the most of the opportunity today.
Yeah. And you used to study at the University of Derby yourself, and how much has the university changed, and do you enjoy coming back, and is it like emotional for you as well to come back and see how much things have changed?
It is because I came in the early 90s when it had just become a university and it wasn't a particularly great seat of learning at the time, and it has improved massively, and I'm so proud to see how it has developed down the years into one of the best universities in the country, and particularly this course, the football journalism course. There's nothing like it elsewhere. So so for me, I love coming in and talking about broadcasting. It's something that if you'd have asked me, do you want to be a footballer? I love the game, or do you want to be a broadcaster? I always wanted to be a broadcaster from the age of 5. So, being a footballer wouldn't have been bad, but I'd have taken it. But that was never going to happen. So, being a broadcaster to me is what I always wanted to do from the age of 5. So, to have the career that I've managed to kind of put together and come back and talk about it to the students here is phenomenal. And there's a proven track record now with Pete and people that are running the course of getting people into the industry as well. So, I don't feel like it's a waste of time coming, and I feel like, this is a part of the course that can really help people along the way of achieving their dreams as well as I've achieved mine. But yeah, coming back is emotional. I mean, the pitch down there where they're playing lacrosse, that's where we won the 4th Division title in 1993. Very emotional. Yeah. It was a bit of a mud bath back then. There was no artificial turf down there. But a lot of the guys I'm still in touch with, 30-odd years later. It's a real sort of band of brothers sort of situation that we had back then. So it's always lovely to come back.
Yeah. Lovely stories, as you're saying. As you mentioned about the course, there's nothing else like it, really. For those looking to join in September, what would your advice be to them?
If you want to work in the industry, and you're very serious about it, and it's something that is, in effect, your dream job, if you like, because, working life is long. And as I found out early on, if you don't enjoy it, that's a long time to not be happy. And if you want to fulfill yourself and fulfill those dreams, and it's particular to the football media industry, this is the place. Because when I was coming through, this didn't exist. So I actually kind of got a little bit lucky in getting a job at BBC Radio 5 Live in 2001, and I had to learn on the job, and it was brilliant. It was exhilarating, but it was also quite stressful because I didn't have that sort of background and the study and the experience to fall back on. So, if you want an established pathway into the industry, as has been proven by previous students who've gone on to do really good things and will continue to progress, this is a direct access point to the industry. So if you get into the course, you're lucky. Once you get into the course, you've got to do well. And if you do well, and this is what you want to do, the future's yours.
Arlo, once again, thank you for your time, and it's been a pleasure to be able to speak to you.
Pleasure. Cheers, Tom.
Thank you.
All the best.